Hello and welcome to the Halo Foundry. With so many new Halo Mega Construx sets expected to come out this year, I thought it'd be a great idea to look over the Halo Infinite sets that we've already been blessed with. I started this channel months after a huge wave of Halo Infinite merch had already come out, and I've been trying to play catch up with some reviews. So why not be lazy and lump them all into a top 10 list? So it's sort of like 10 reviews in one. Aren't you so lucky? For this list, I'll only be looking at the Halo Infinite playsets, meaning no heroes, no blind bags, no carded back characters, or the free collector sets, just the playsets. I'm also excluding the free multiplayer helmets, as they're more like dioramas to me. However, if I were to include them in this list, they would rank really low. Low meaning good. They would rank really high. Now, I have to say that this is of course my opinion, and if you don't agree with me, then you're clearly wrong. But please, comment down below, let me know how you'd rate these, and I'll reply with a score out of 10 telling you just how wrong you are. Anyway, with all that boring stuff out of the way, let's jump into the list. At number 10 we have set number GRM99, Turret Takedown, with 98 pieces. This set includes a banished turret build, a Spartan Hazop and a Grunt Conscript. It also comes with a small buildable barrier and power coil. Now, this is of course one of the smaller sets, so it will find itself really hard competing with the later entries, but I am just not a huge fan of the way that this turret looks. It looks like something that I would build with my rubbish skill set. I feel like they could have added a 4x4 red curved block on the trigger shooters just to add a little bit more detail, and that would have made it so much better, even if it's not accurate in game. For base building, this is a nice little buy. Simple way to grab 2 figures and some bricks. The Spartan Hazop could look a little bit out of place in a Halo Infinite diorama, as it does come with a tactical shotgun, which of course isn't going to be appearing in Infinite, so you might just want to swap it out. At number 9 we have set number GNB40, Recon Getaway, which has 123 glorious pieces. Now, this is one of the first sets that I received in the Halo Infinite line, so it does hold a very special place in my heart, but when comparing it to the rest of the line, it just has to sit really low in my ranking. This set includes a buildable mongoose, 2 UNSC Marines, an elite mercenary and a Grunt Conscript. I can see people buying multiple of these sets just to increase the numbers in their army, especially as it's very cheap. The mongoose build to me is very nice, and it comes with a great playability feature, where if you tilt it left or right, it will swivel the wheels in that direction. Now, this is a 2-in-1 build where you can make it into a little jet ski. I'm not a huge fan of these 2-in-1 builds, as it's not canon, so I don't like it, but these won't be weighing much into my decisions for this list, so don't worry about it. This set is of course the first ones to have long-legged Marines, where the legs came from the Call of Duty line, which meant they are now a little bit taller than Spartans. But when posing these figures carefully alongside the Spartans, it's hard to notice. I do believe that this has now been corrected with the platoon pack, so you're all good to go now. Shared at number 8 we have set number GRN02, which is the UNSC combat pack with 104 pieces, and we also have set number CRN03, which is the mercenary combat pack with 101 pieces. I don't want to keep repeating myself here, but these were created with army building in mind. The UNSC combat pack includes a Spartan Mark 7 and 2 UNSC Marines, with a buildable turret, sandbag wall and flag. And the mercenary combat unit includes an elite ultra, a brute warrior, jackal freebooter, and it has a buildable barrier, forerunner structure and a turret. Now, I don't own either of these sets, purely because they didn't become available in the UK, and if you want to pick them up from eBay, the prices is a little bit ridiculous for what they are. But after looking at these in depth for this list, I think I might try a little bit harder to pick them up. But these sorts of sets are really great to add a little bit of depth to your battlefield. It's hard to say anything bad against these sets, they're purely ranked low just because of their simplicity. At number 7 we have set number GPT03, the building box at 450 pieces. Now, this set comes with a Spartan Gunganier and a Spartan EVA, which look absolutely beautiful in red and blue. It also comes with tons of weapons, which really adds to your ranks. Included in the box you'll have some instructions to build a base with a turret, a mongoose and a mini pelican. Online Mega Construx have also got an alternative build for another base and a mini monthog. No matter which one of these you'll build, you'll also have tons of leftover bricks to use to your imagination. Now, I can see a lot of people screaming at me for placing this set so low in my list, as it is a really good set. But I do suffer from a disease called no imagination, meaning that all the leftover pieces just sit untouched in a box. Why did I pick it up if I don't intend to use it properly? Well, shut up. At number 6 we have set number GNB24, which is the Banshee Breakout with 218 sexy pieces. This set comes with a Spartan Recon and an Elite Ultra. We haven't seen an up-close image of a Banshee from Halo Infinite just yet, so this is the closest thing that we have. I think the design of this Banshee is really stunning in red, and it was a fun little build. It does have a hinged cockpit to fit your figures within, which is expected, but a nice little feature. It also comes with 2 trigger shooters underneath, with details applied to make them look a little bit less brick-like, which is appreciated as they don't always cover them up. Turret takedown. A simple lovely stand is included with 2 larger plates connected with a transparent stripper pole. However, I do wish that more plates were used in this build to connect them, as they are really unstable with only the 4x4 connector. But once placed and left alone, it should stand up just fine, but just be careful with the pole as it does seem a little bit flimsy. The 2-in-1 set for this build is a speeder bike, so the Elite is heading straight to the cantina. That's really funny in my head, like Judge. At number 5 we have set number GVP42, the hijacked Ghost at 123 pieces. It really was a toss-up for me between this set and the Banshee at who should go in this place, but as this set has 4 figures in it, it has to rank higher. This set comes with a Spartan Anubis, a Brute Warrior, a Grunt Imperial, a Grunt Conscript, and a buildable Banished Ghost, of course. I really do love me a vehicle, and this Ghost just looks fabulous in red. The only issue that I have with this Ghost is within its play feature. You have 2 triggers underneath that it does rest on for support. Pressing down on the top of it fires these bullets. However, you need to have these loaded for it to be sported level, otherwise it does angle down a little bit. But I have 2 little cats, and they love walking around my collection, so you just need to be a bit more careful with that stuff. This also has a 2-in-1 build that lets you build a heavy duty turret and a wall. I really like the figures included in this set, and the style of the brutes is really nice. I think it's a shame though that the majority of these sets just keep giving us green Spartans, considering that the Banished are so colourful, but that's just a tiny non-issue really. At number 4 we have set number GNB25, which is the Warthog Rally with 314 pieces. This set includes a buildable Warthog, obviously again, the legendary Master Chief, a UNSC Marine, and 2 Jackal freebooters. I don't know why they're called freebooters, they've only got 2 legs. Haha. So I do have a few issues that I'll quickly get out of the way. First off, this isn't the design for the Halo Infinite Warthog. You can tell by the bars at the front and the shape of the turret guards. If we quickly take a look at some pictures of a Jazzware Halo line from the toy fair, you can see that it's the same as the Mega Construx one. Bars and an angled guard. However, flash forward a few months, where Jazzware released it to see it's updated to have no bars and square guards, which now matches the Halo Infinite design. Both Mega Construx and Jazzware were obviously working with early concepts of the Warthog. However, it seems that Mega Construx missed the memo with the update, as Jazzware managed to change their moulds for the toy and the box as well to reflect the look. So why Mega Construx? What's your reason for not giving us an up-to-date one? You want to sell us another one later on, yeah? But now, this does come with a really cool playability feature, where it has working suspension, the rubber bands attached to each of the wheels, giving it this really cool effect of it bumping over terrain. My issue with this is that it causes it to look really flat, just like a sad pizza. I completely understand why this happened, as the wheels now need more room than previous Warthogs, but I just can't take this thing seriously from angles. Just look how flat it looks. So with these issues, why do I rate it so high? Well, it's a bloody Warthog. It might not be the best Warthog they've given us, but they were trying something different with the suspension, and I really appreciate it on my end. With Chief included in this set, it's the definition of Halo. If you were only going to be getting one of these sets, I'd heavily recommend that it's this one, as it just screams iconicism, whatever the word is. Alone, it makes one hell of a desk toy or something to place under your TV next to your PlayStation, next to your Xbox. At number 3 we have set number GNB21, the Skiff Intercept at 452 pieces. Now this set includes a buildable skiff with a Spartan Mark 7, 2 Brute Warriors and a Grunt Conscript. The skiff is a brand new vehicle in the world of Halo, and it's looking to be a troop transport. The Prowler comes to mind here with this thing, where it'll pull up into battle and tons of troops will just come pouring out of it like the hangar doors of a spirit. Sadly though, this is a non-playable vehicle. You won't be driving off a Zeta Halo with your mates or anything. Boring. But it has a nice playability feature, where if you give the exhaust a little twisty twist, the turret moves left and right. It's not the most exciting thing out there, but it's a nice bit of thought that they added in. Of course, the second feature is the 2-in-1 build, whoa, where you can make yourself a walker and a banished fortifying wall. This set ranks high for me just because of its look. We haven't seen it in game yet, so it's just a mystery, you know? But I love the way that these supports run over the top, connecting the turret and the engine together. The seat area also looks very nice with these red little thingies that are used as guards. Sadly, the turret again is very basic with this cylinder and the trigger shooters on top with no added detail. But if I were to change one thing, and only one thing in this set, it would be that the base is very sturdy, making it look rather unfinished compared to the rest of the build. But, as this is a troop transport, the more studs just means that you can fit more troops, so I guess it's good. But I feel like this isn't going to be the most popular out of all the sets, because it's an unknown vehicle, but I recommend it highly. At number 2 we have set number GNB28, Pelican Inbound with 2024 pieces. I know, what am I doing putting this at number 2? I live at the edge, baby, and I like to be controversial. No, honestly, this is one amazing set. It's a masterclass of brick engineering. The work that went into the outside of this thing is such an achievement, but this set has one sexy playability feature, because when you spread its legs and reveal its insides, my god, I have no idea how people come up with these ideas, and it makes me feel really stupid. So with this, you get the outside detail and you get the lovely inside detail. It just increases its play massively. Another nice feature is the legs are hooked on rubber bands, and with a flip of the switch, they retract. I've had a few issues with this, however, as they rest on these rounded pieces. The pure weight of this Pelican is so much that the trigger keeps slipping and retracting the legs. What I've done with mine is attach some bricks to the base so that it's resting on them instead of the legs. The figures in this set are really good. You get Master Chief and the lovely new pilot, and he's going to be a fan favourite, I know this. But the Hunter in black and red looks fabulous. For the price, it would have been nice if it had at least 2 more figures though. The Tier 1 feature lets you build a UNSC compound with fortification barrier, forklift vehicle, space rocket and more. But that's the turn off for this set, the price. It's over $100 or £100, but is it worth it? You bet your ass it's worth it. If you feel like you want to splash out on only one thing this year, don't go on holiday, buy this. At my number 1 spot we have, well you probably worked it out now, we have set number GNB27 Defense Point Showdown with 782 pieces. This set comes with a buildable anti-aircraft turret, a Mongoose, Master Chief, a UNSC Marine, a Grunt Assault and Hyperius. Obviously Hyperius created some speculation when he was first shown off. Of course, as I mentioned before, he has Spartan Locke's helmet on his shoulder and he's wearing Spartan Palmet's helmet as his own very helmet, you cheeky lad. The top of the turret is hinged so you can get a very nice range of up and down movement, which it then sits on a disc for full 360 movement. And it has 2 very well hidden trigger shooters. An issue that I have with this, the ball joints that do the up and down movement, they have to hold a lot of weight at the head, and mine have already begun to struggle when it's erect. Erect. And you can also pop these canisters off by pressing down on these tabs. Way. It also says on the site that the legs are posable, but all mine do is flap. The 2-in-1 builds are a large fighter plane and a utility craft. With these, I actually do really like the look of the larger fighter plane and think it'd be cool to see something like this in game for the Banished. Now, it was a real standoff in my head between this and the Pelican for the top spot of the list. But no, this isn't the most fun set out there. You'll definitely have more fun swooshing the Pelican or bouncing around, but I just can't stop staring at this thing. I think the build all over is extremely well done, and the inclusion of the Mongoose really makes this a great set for good versus evil. So not many sets out there give you something buildable for both sides of figures. I think out of all these sets I enjoyed building this one the most as well, as every single part of it was great. The 3 feet, the body, the head, it's all perfectly crafted. This isn't the set that I would recommend to the most people. Like I said, that goes to the want hog. But if you're feeling fancy, you'll go for the Pelican. But if you are able to pick this one up, you won't regret it at all. And there you have it. That's my top 10 list of all Halo Infinite playsets so far. Please let me know in the comments below if you agree with me or not. And if you don't agree with me, comment your list below so I can judge you just as hard. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel or I'll visit you in your dreams tonight. Ta-ta!